Good morning, y'all. Fuck me, kill me. God damn it. I don't like my life. And if you're like, what's that bullshit in the back? Don't worry about it. Look at the bullshit in front of you. I look good. Even though my hair's a little fuzzy, who gives a fuck? I'm a black person now. Hair has a different texture. I don't give a fuck. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. Let's just say the Wi-Fi that I was able to use from a local area just got cut off, and I kind of need it back because I just realized, oh shit, 95% of the things that supposedly can work offline on my phone don't. Not even the reading apps, like aside from Kindle, and even then it's like, okay, do I want to keep reading that one kind of depressing book comparing being a businessman to being a prostitute? Solid book, I've been reading it, interesting so far, but nothing I haven't read about before. And it's like, oh, what about the interesting stories about women who persevere through hard times, leave their abusive families, figure out their love life, deal with their exes, make new friends and adventures and prosperity and riches. I can't read those because you need fucking Wi-Fi. And then I was like, okay. I was like, what about the game apps on my phone, like Wadoku or Word City? Those don't fucking work. I got dressed up today. I look pretty damn nice. I look tea. I'm enjoying it. I found some earrings that I lost, and my skin looks iridescent and beautiful. But you can tell in my eyes from how deflated they are. Let's just say I was kept up all night because a local business in my area, the same one that cut the Wi-Fi, decided, oh, let's have an extremely late hour overcapacity, like 600 people in one tiny ass space. And it's like you only need to have 400 people there. So I'm losing it. I made friends recently. I've had 3 friends who I actually have grown to love. We had a Discord and everything, and they were great. Aside from the fact that I fell for one of them, and falling for them isn't an issue, because I'm someone where it's like, okay, I don't have to be entitled to you romantically. The issue is they're codependent. And it's like we both have suffered through like traumatic relationships and isolation and a whole bunch of traumatic, terrible shit for a very long time. So it makes sense that they don't want to date, and if they're just simply not into me like that, that's also totally fine. That's entirely, I have no issue with that. That's fine. But it's like, oh, I can't even ask for like a day or two of space before it's not even like 2 p.m. of like if I tell you at 9 p.m. the night before, hey, I'm gonna need like a day or two of space, and then it's not even like past 1:30 p.m. before you start blowing up my phone with replies and stuff. And then on top of that, let's just say time went on and they were having like stress dreams, making them wake up in a cold sweat. They were having fucking crying at random. They starved themselves for 2 days. It got messy. It got terrible. It was atrocious. And I understand how it's like to have bad mental health. If you took one look at my disgusting, filthy, vile hazard of a floor, you'd be like, wow, Tamia, despite your nice, elegant appearance, you definitely got something up on there. You got some screws that need some loosening. And some braids that need redoing. Why did I just drag myself? Bitch. That actually hurt my feelings a little bit. Fuck me. And then let's just say my feelings for that friend were not dwindling, because I'll put it this way. When I like someone, I'm like fucking Joe Goldberg from You. I'm like any Rosamund Pike character ever in one of her creepy ass movies. I am like Pearl from Pearl. I am basically, all you have to do is just think, when's there been a psychotic stalker character? And then it's like, yep, the bitch from Mira Nikki, yep, that one too. That person from that movie, yeah, like, yeah, just fill in the blank. I'm like that. I have obsessive tendencies. Now, can I respect that it's like, I'll put it this way. It's a very interesting dynamic of, here's someone who's always wanted to be obsessed over. And here's someone who's exactly their type, but that person is obsessed with them platonically. And so that's just one of those things where it's like, yay, we're both like, when it's positive, because when we did have like 2 days straight of like endless Discord calls, one day was like 3 hours, the next day was 7 fucking hours. It was great. Like, I remember they talked about like, damn, I woke out of bed like happy as fuck, like no hindrances. I was doing laundry, took a walk, did some stretching, went to the gym. I've been really on my shit. I was like, thanks. I was like, see, same. Like, this is the first morning where I actually sat fully out of bed and actually like stood up with no issue. Mind you, I've been bedridden for a whole fucking year due to severe, scary amounts of depression. And I actually stood up. Like, I'll put it this way. Most days it's hard for me to even lift my fucking neck. It's hard for me to even get, like, imagine I'm laying down, it's hard for me to even just do this. And then, but from talking to them, I was like, oh, yoink, sprung out of bed. I was like, yeah! I was like, let's get into it. And I was looking for shit to do. I was like, you know, maybe I could organize some oils today. Let me fold up some clothes. Let me organize these waves. Let me go out and collect flowers and like embrace the sunny weather and sing Janet Jackson. Oh, no, pass my way. Gotta get someone to call my love. I love that song. But I'm stressed. Because let's just say I was talking to them again, and I kind of was like, oh, I'm getting jealous. I'm getting envious. I'm getting nervous. It's very interesting to know that in their head, they're like, oh, I don't know, am I going to piss off Tamia by talking to her too much? She's probably going to get disgusted and sick of me. But, like, what if I talk to her, like, not at all? Am I not talking to her enough? And they would panic about, like, too much or too little. And I, with my hypocrite ass, I was like, oh, it's okay. Talk to me whenever you want. No need to feel any hindrance. Like, you haven't given me a reason not to like you or trust you. Just for me to be like, shit. I'm probably going to annoy the fuck out of them if I keep messaging them. Oh, or maybe I shouldn't message them? Have I messaged them enough today? How are they doing? And then it's like a weird, two anxious people like, how much is too much? And you know what's happened? Let's just say I caught feelings for them again. It's like, it's not hard. It's like, damn it, nigga, you just happen to be my exact type. Fucking, it's like, my exact type. It's like, fuck. Really into them. And it doesn't help that they actually are obsessed with me in a very cute manner. Let's just say it's a clusterfuck. It's untangleable, maybe. Well, I don't know. I said some pretty mean shit last night before my Wi-Fi cut off. And now, I don't know. I'll put it this way. It's been about a few days. I kind of just had to be a severe alcoholic to get through the days. I was like, you know what? Let's get some fucking Mountain Mike's in my system. Mike's Hard Lemonade, Mountain Dew, and see what it do. And I remember how pissed I was yesterday because I was having a great time being an alcoholic inside, not thinking about shit. And then next thing you know, I had to deal with my laptop out of nowhere just like restarted without my consent. And then it was terrible because it was a really, 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 really slow restart. So the type of restart where it's like, oh, it's not going to take 30 seconds or just like 10 minutes. It's going to take 4 fucking hours for it to even get past 50%. So I was like, fuck. And then I went out, enjoyed the sunlight, drew and sat by the water, felt the wind, counted my blessings, felt pretty good. And I thought to myself, we got into a bit of a fallout the night before. Like, mild, but maybe it's resolvable. Or I can just focus on a life without them. Because I don't know. And I know I'm not providing full context. Let's just say this is what happened. I hit them up at some point after a day where I felt like I was going to have a heart attack before bed. And I was really going to faint from the stress, but also ironically not sleep. And I don't like to be in a fucked up emotional limbo where it feels like I'm going to die, but I'm not. And I feel like I'm going to pass out, but I'm not. And I'm going to stay up and just have chest pains and heart pains and stomach pains all night and head pains. So I just was like, hi, I'm sorry, I think my feelings are kicking in again. I need to take time, like a day or so. And they were bummed to hear that, but they were like, it's alright, I want you to prioritize your emotions, da-da-da. But I kind of thought to myself, if this is going to keep happening, maybe I should just bring up this potential. I was like, out of curiosity, like, what if I needed longer or something? Like, if I needed more than just 2 days, would you be okay? Or what if I found out, I don't think I just flat out, I don't think I did. I think I just was kind of alluding, like, what would you do if I wasn't around for a while and you needed someone else to be okay with? Like, are you going to be okay with our other 2 friends? I know, like, you could always talk to them, don't feel afraid to. And they kind of had a bit of a passive-aggressive response where they were like, it's not like I'm going to die without you type shit. I can live without you, I can make more friends, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, nigga. We got to talking. And eventually I just kind of said it. I was like, I'm sorry, I should just say it, because I know you like blunt people and me, and because I'm the type of person where even if I say something like, I truly care about you, and I like your presence, and you are enjoyable and awesome, and you have never caused me any issues whatsoever, and they will still be like, Tamia fucking hates me. I am so miserable and unbearable, and she can't stand me secretly. And I probably did something to fuck her up, and I am responsible for her emotions, and that's the whole thing I want to avoid. But this time I thought, you know what, let's actually just say the shit that they might be responsible for, or at least not responsible for, but how I perceived it. I was like, you know how it'll be like a 7-hour phone call with me, and then the second you wake up, you'll tweet some shit about like wanting a relationship, but trying not to think about it. You know, Like, we've had certain moments where it'll be flirty and da-da-da-da. Plus, I went on a date last night. And, like, you were online, but the second I'm pretty sure they have post notifications on me, which is flattering. A little creepy, but flattering. I get it. I'm glad they like me that much. But it's like, so, if you're one of the first people to see me talk about my date, and you hear that I got to, like, tongue kiss them or whatever, and had a great time on a picnic and da-da-da-da-da, and then next thing you know, you're offline for 3 hours straight, and I know your bitch ass is still awake. It's like, what the fuck happened there? Like, they fully vanished offline off of all the apps. So, and then when they came back, they still had a little bit of a weirdness energy to them, at least from my perspective. Either way, I just kind of listed out some things that had happened between us, and also we had a phone call. One of the last phone calls we had, I think it was like 3 hours or so. It was nice, but over it, they did discuss the crush thing. And I remember, it was one of those things I was fine not talking about, but they did kind of have like a breathy, sort of like anxious, like something bubbling under the surface attitude. And they kept being like, it's not that I just, it's not about if I want one or not. It's about how I can't, how I can't do that to myself, and how I physically, I feel like I'm broken. And they were talking to me about how they feel broken and damaged and all sorts of shit. So they feel like they can't be in a relationship because they haven't healed and they have a lot of things to work on. And I was like, same. Like, hell, when I told them I had a crush on them, it wasn't even for the point of having a relationship. Because then I also went in about my relationship past, and yeah. Let's just say, sorry, I know I'm saying things like in Pulp Fiction order, but let's just say, tried to talk to them. We talked on Discord, and they had sort of a weird energy, as if they had something they wanted to confess but wouldn't. Plus, they wouldn't tell me what happened in their stress streams, as if they were afraid I'd be disgusted or something by what I would hear, or whatever the fuck. And little things, just little things, like little posts they would make online that were super vague, that seemed pointed my direction. Little random things about swooning in love, and, oh, I wish I could make out with my friends. Oh, I'd fuck my friends, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just, it paints a certain picture. But I know they have autism, and I have autism, and they're also a massive fucking flirt in general, so it's like, I don't mind. It's just one of those things where I just wanted to have 2 days or so, but I thought to myself, if I have to keep having breaks for 2 days coming back, then re-falling for this person, it's like maybe I should do a longer one and then only come back when I'm 100% sure, but they took the wrong way. And then I told them, hey, actually, here's some things on my end that seem bad, and also I don't want you like starving or hurting yourself or staying up for night with endless stress dreams, and I want to make sure you're okay. How about I hit you up at 8 p.m. your time tomorrow to make sure you're safe? And then I blocked them for reasons. And they said some bullshit on their vent page before they realized I was on it, and they removed me. And let's just say, now circling back to about 2 days ago, me and this friend, let's just say what happened with them. So, I remember the whole day I was anxious and nervous, and I was thinking about them because I care, but I thought to myself, okay, once it's 5 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. theirs, I can hit them up and see what happens. And then once time had passed, I ended up hitting them up. I was like, hey, how are you doing? And though that bitch ignored my message for like 45 minutes, give or take. It's like, I know you see it. You're being a pussy for why? And I was like, okay, so you're going to take until almost 9 p.m. your time, and I know you're not up to shit. And I also checked their social media, and I saw them making posts, and one of their posts was some snarky shit, from my perspective, that said, an animal messaged me today. Too bad I don't speak animal. And I was like, what the fuck? I just straight up said, bitch, is this about me? What the fuck? And then I just said, you know what, never mind, I'm blocking you again, because I can't fucking stand this. And it doesn't help that Discord on my laptop also wasn't working, so I didn't see that they tried to message me, but I did just see recently that they sent me a message with a screenshot from their private page where they did talk about how they saw a bunch of animals on their hikes or whatever. So, like raccoons, blah, 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 blah. And it had timestamps. So then they were like, that shit was not about you. Jesus fucking Christ, in all caps. It's like, but I didn't see that. Anyway, let's just say that evening I was like, fuck it, I'm getting drunk. And I got Marseille lemonade, Mountain Dew, as much as I could, a bunch of snacks. I thought to myself, I don't know when I'm gonna die, I don't know how I'm gonna live. Let's just see what the fuck I can get done now. And so you know what I did? I did my fucking best. And then yesterday, it's like I was gonna continue my streak of being extremely wasted on the internet, And oh yeah, fuck, I forgot. I got so wasted on that one night. Yeah, because me and our mutual friend were talking, and let's just say I was emotional and wasted. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention I tried to reach out to them several times. Tried to send messages on Instagram. The messages failed to send for no fucking reason. Tried to. I even said like, hey, talk to me on Instagram and tag them. They ignored my. They liked the message and ignored it. And just several things were going on that had me like, what the fuck is this shit? So. And then eventually it's like, okay, I tried to reach out on Instagram and they see and they still haven't tried to message me. I'm trying to reach out to them on as many platforms as I can, like, and they're ignoring all of them. And hours are passing. And I am not the type of person to go to sleep stressed, and if someone stresses me out, I crash out. So I kind of decided, you know what? Let's act an ass. I straight up was like, I forget what I said, but it was something along the lines of, you are a whore and a bitch and a dumbass, and I hate you, never talk to me again, blah, blah, blah. Something, your stupid, self-fulfilling ignominy and fucking woe is me bullshit is absolutely holding you back in life, blah, 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 and a few mean messages. And that wasn't the nicest thing I could have done, but I thought to myself, let me just end this friendship, because I'm kind of two people deciding to be single so they could prioritize themselves just to be wrapped up and obsessed with another person is not healthy. So if I'm crashing out in a way where you're getting your feelings hurt, that's my way of trying to help you be free from me. Because you can get over me faster. And I know. That's such a terrible mindset compared to like being a mature adult who handles healthy conversation. But I tried to be a mature adult who handles healthy conversation. That was not going well. So I was like, fuck this shit, nigga. Because it's like, you're not about to ignore me on, like, Discord, this, that. Fuck you, actually. So I crashed out. And I think it stressed out our mutual friend, and they had a hard time sleeping. But whatever. Let's see. Then cue the next day. I guess sometime in yesterday morning, they tried to send me a message. And let's just, in response to some drunken messages I sent on Discord, because those weren't super mean, they were just like blunt. Also, they even told me, that friend, that they prefer when people are mean, blunt, or negative, because they don't believe when people are positive anyway. So negative is at least blunt and real, so they know how to be a better person or whatever. I didn't say anything too harsh, at least in my opinion. Either way, let's just say the friend, I didn't get too far into the friend's paragraphs. I don't like paragraphs already, but if I'm going to sit down and read them, you better not say anything that will fucking piss me off. And they did. They said something, like, it only took one line that said, I feel like you don't understand me at all. And I just opened up my message with, I was going to read all of this, but I decided it's not worth my time and effort because of fucking course I wouldn't do it all. We've only known each other seriously for like 2 weeks. Of course I'm not going to fucking know everything about you, number one, but number two, and then I said a lot of this time I got really fucking cruel. I just said, you are not worth the time, you are not worth the effort or the energy. I was willing to try to figure out who you are as a person, learn your lore, learn why you hate yourself so bad, and to try to be your friend. But no, instead you made me feel stupid. And I said so much vicious, vile shit, but in a nutshell, I was just saying, you are not worth it. I don't know what your deal is, why you have the guilt, why you have the shame, but it's embarrassing and stupid, and you need to work on that. And you're going to realize that I'm not the solution to your problem, nor am I the actual problem, and you will be happy. But your life is only going to go as shitty as you allow it to be. And which do you think is going to be good? Just because if you keep up this self-hating, pitying shit, you're going to be in the same situation. Like, no offense, before, when you had those long-ass relationships that traumatized you, you didn't even like yourself enough to think you were worthy of leaving, that you could be safe and find loving friendships after that. And you aren't healing from them, you're just pitying yourself on not doing that inner work. So do the inner work. Go to therapy. Make some new friends. Try some shit. If you just keep sitting around like, life sucks, and I'm terrible, and no one will ever like me, then you're going to find yourself with another bitch who hates you. And then you're going to be in another fucked up relationship with someone who does not like you, and does not respect you. And then what's going to go down? Like, allow yourself to be fucking happy. Anyway, that's just how I feel. I think people should work on how they like themselves. I can't stand insecure people. I can't stand people who don't like themselves, who just sit around and pussy out. Because it's like, that's exactly how people get bad friendships, bad relationships, bad situations. You have to at least try to make your life worth living. If you don't, you can't be surprised at the terrible quality you get. And if you just sit around complaining instead of taking action, it'll stay like that forever. You'll still have the victim mindset, the Skarsky mindset, all that. Now, I would have loved to have been their friend. I would have loved to have been like, hey, see, come on. Let's work on, like, aligning our chakras together. Let's talk about our trauma and our lore and hype each other up and try to, like, be good people for one another. And, like, I would have been down to... Because codependency, okay. I'm not fully against it, obviously. I like it to an extent. But it has to be reasonable. So it's like, hey, how about this? How about we... I would have been like, hey, how about we schedule days to see each other? So that then, like, instead of it being like, I'm going to kill myself, Tamia hasn't talked to me in 2 days, it could be like, hey, how about I can handle the days I'm not talking to Tamia over video call, because I know there's another one every 2 days. You know? And we can have enough time to, like, catch up and not get bored of each other. All that. I want the best for this person, but do they want it for themselves? And I'm trying to figure out how to be the best for me. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can make myself happy today. Wish me luck. God knows I need it. I was going to go out today. I was going to be like, I'm going to go into the city. I'm going to do... I had a million things to do today. And so far, it is currently 11:57 p.m. And aside from get really cute, I got complimented by a sweet lady outside. God bless her soul. I haven't done shit. Maybe, have I worried about them? A little. But at the same time, I don't think I'll actually bother to be like, I want to help you. I don't know if I want to check their pages. It's one of those things where if I crash out on somebody really hard, I'm learning the lesson. That's my body's way of defending itself. So some crash outs need to happen because the person will not be good for me. And the way they handled this, which made me handle it even worse, I can't keep pouring from an empty cup into a bucket with a hole in it. I can't keep meeting people where I'll be like, I truly love and adore you, and they're like, thanks. Tamia fucking hates me. No, I mean, I truly appreciate you. Thanks. I'm probably annoying her. It's like, shut up. Whatever. I'm trying to hold on by a thread here. Someone wish me luck. Anyway. Bye. Is there anything else I want to say? I really don't know. I'll just try to keep forcing myself not to think about them, and they'll forget about me, they'll move on, and they'll be happy. And if that punk pussy wants to talk to me, they know where to find me. But even then, do I find their messages worth opening and reading? Because they've already proven themselves to be stupid, and honestly, most people don't learn their lesson. They just repeat the stupid shit, and they seem like they have issues that I can't resolve. And I'll put it this way. I have this thing. I'll talk about it, sure. When I feel emotionally scarred, there's a certain thing that just comes out where emotionally it feels like someone else takes the reign from the back seats. Kind of like the equivalent of, imagine you were having a panic attack in a car and you were unsure if you could keep steering, and then your fucked up best friend just hops over the seat and it's like, I got you, bro, sits on your lap and steers the car instead. So that's kind of what happened during the Discord calls I sent to them. Because I kind of thought to myself, I could keep being sweet and thoughtful and overgiving and communicate so much to make it clear that it's like, hey, this isn't, you have done nothing wrong. Any issues are just based on romantic tendencies or obsession or delusion on my end. You have not done anything wrong. I truly cherish you and I want you safe and happy, and I truly do not want to cause you pain. And then if you go out of your way to fucking punish me for taking space, or to act like I'm not worth talking to, when I made it clear that I liked you enough where I wasn't going to take the total full days of space. I was trying to make sure they were okay. Did I get rewarded for that shit? No. I did not. So, I don't think they're worthy of being my friend. I hate being friends with insecure people. Like, just like yourself. sorry your parents did what you did, sorry your friends did what you did, sorry about all of that, but can you bother? But I know, I should have been nicer because this specific friend is another reason I've been starting to like my life and myself again. Our friend group, actually. I don't know. I don't know if I want to think about how sad I might get. I don't, I could just stop myself from thinking about it, because if I think about it, I'm going to get sad. And a part of me just wants to burn it all down into ash and pretend I never met these people. And go on with my life, unfazed, unscorned, totally fine. And then totally forget I ever met them. Even though it's like, hey, look, I got like 7 friends from just this one really awesome friend. But they're the one who's going to be okay. You know? They think they won't be okay without me, but they're going to be absolutely fine. I was their first consistent friend, sure. But they're going to be fine. They have millions of other people. Like, shut the fuck up. And then as for me, I don't know. I could just see this all as a divine lesson of like, hey, I don't know. I'm just drawing lines in the sand and setting boundaries the way I think I can. That rhymes. Because I can't handle getting wrapped up in someone else. I like the type of friendship where we both boost each other up and make each other go, you know what, our lives are worth living. Let's do our laundry. Let's clean our place. Let's stand up to people. Let's go for what we want. Let's send each other cute postcards and gifts in the mail. That's the stuff I like. I don't like it when it's like, uh-oh, is he going to be self-harming? Are they going to be okay? Are they going to eat? Are they going to be punching walls and mentally unstable and crying on the fucking floor of their shower because I need to, like, not message them until 8 a.m. tomorrow, my time? Noon, their time? So it's like, oh, you can't just not talk to me until noon without dying? That's flattering. Maybe a little. I don't know. Also, it's stupid. It's like, okay, you don't have to like me or have romantic feelings. It's just a little amusing that it's like, here's someone who doesn't like me. They feel like they're going to die without me. It's like, you're what I want and also not what I want, but also what I want, but also still not what I want. On both ends. That's so funny. It's like, I want someone obsessed with me, but not that much. And I want a friend who cares about me, but that's a little concerning amount of so-called care. And I don't know if it's care, because eventually it's like, okay, now you're just being selfish. Trying to hurt yourself. Because I'm away from you. Do I hate them? No. Am I disgusted by them? Probably, yeah, a little bit. But it doesn't mean I'm a shill against them. I think they deserve better people around them. And they had to learn the hard way. Like, and also I think I deserve someone better than them around. I deserve people who respect what I say when I say it and know that I mean it. I think they deserve someone who can 100% handle being their friend, who, I don't know, is okay with talking every single second of the day. Not like I'm not, but it's like, but they can handle it in a more healthy manner than I can. Or, I don't know. I don't know what they need. They don't know what they need. Am I what they need? Probably not. Because I can't even figure out what would be good for them. Would it truly be good for them to have someone to talk to every second, hour of the day, every day? On a way, yes. Everyone could use a beautiful friend that loves them enough to want to see them every day. That's something I've always wanted for years, and that was them. But can we survive for a day without each other? Because because it's like, it's good to know the feeling is mutual of being sad and struggling. Absolutely. But, damn, nigga, not, like, no books, no movies, no painting, just dying on your floor. And that's coming from me, someone who is known to die on her floor at any little inconvenience. Like, I did that for a year straight. Like, I'm not saying I wasn't sad, too, when I wasn't talking to them. I was absolutely lying on my floor, but I was still like, okay, let's listen to music, drink some alcohol, dance, do some skincare, touch some grass. I still tried. I'm just saying. God bless. Well, wish me luck. Bye. Did I just see some? Oh, wait. No, sorry. Bye.